Sorry, I just got out the shower, but yeah, Carlton Davis explains why Dan Campbell is his favorite coach. Let's read it, man. And I don't know if he's trying to pander to get a contract, but Dan Campbell really liked Carlton Davis. Real talk. He said, this is the best acquisition. Hope I said that right. That they had. He said that. He said this is the best, guy that they acquired this offseason, and it was a blessing that they got him. So, but I thought he played well. Excuse me. Regardless, so I think they need to understand that. Because Carlton Davis shares why Dan Campbell is his favorite coach. Carlton Davis told several stories to explain why Detroit Lions Dan Campbell is the best coach he ever played for. You got to think about it. He's been in the league for a minute, probably been playing football since Pop Warner. Usually a lot of their favorite coaches are the coaches that groom them to get to where they at. Detroit Lions cornerback Carl Davis, a free agency in a couple of weeks, and it's unclear if he'll be back for another season with Detroit. However, during a recent appearance on Slightly Decent podcast, Davis made some comments that suggested that he may want to come back. The Lions cornerback spent about 4 minutes talking about how much he loves the Lions coach, Dan Campbell. And like I said, Dan Campbell shared similar sentiments. It started with a story about Detroit's Week 2 loss to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As you may remember, the Lions made a huge mistake at the end of the first half. With the clock running out around 10 seconds, the Lions had to make a decision whether to spike the ball, stop the clock, or rush the field goal team out there. The offense ended up staying on the field, but half the field goal team also came on the sideline. As Detroit spiked it, there was too many men on the field, 10 seconds run off, in the half without the Lions getting the chip shot field goal. Detroit wound up losing 20-16. This was a play that Davis said they worked on time and time again, so he was shocked and impressed to see Campbell take so much ownership of the entire loss after the game. Quote, he went in the locker room, bro. He was crying. He was like, blame your coach. He was really like, blame your coach. You can blame me. You can blame me. Davis recalled. He took full accountability. I've never in my 20 years of playing football ever had a coach just say, I lost the game for y'all, and there's plenty of other guys plenty other plays guys could have made. Campbell also took comments public telling the media after the game that their head coach cost them this week. But beyond that, Davis was also impressed with how personal Campbell got with him over the course of the year, and how Campbell would publicly give him praise when he deserved it. Dan is the type of to talk to you damn near every day. At practice, just walking through the locker room, Davis said, quote, he really sat me down like he's done this a couple times during the season where I had a good game and he came up to me like, boy, you're playing your ass off. He'll just say that to you after the game like, boy, you more than just a cover corner. You're physical too. And he'll say that in front of the whole team. He'll praise you in front of the whole team. That's the first time a coach have ever did that. Quote, and not just for me and other players, he highlights, this is guys going crazy, like Amon Ross, St. Brown blocking. St. Brown will block the ish out of somebody, but that's something that will go under the radar. Everybody ain't glorifying that, but he's glorifying that in front of the team, like, this is what I'm talking about. So when you're doing ish, he watches everything, but he'll give you your flowers too, and a lot of coaches, they don't do that. And to say that, man, that's just the men. That's just the masculine, usually, supposed to be a sign of masculinity, where, you will see the Barry Sanders father, for example, would never praise Barry Sanders, would always say he ain't better than Jim Brown, just to keep him humble. And you see that with a lot of coaches. They tell you what you do wrong, and they never highlight what you do right. They always telling you what you're doing wrong, what you wrong. But it's not because they don't care. It's to keep you centered and grounded. And as a young kid, or as a young man or a teenager, you don't understand that until you become of age, till you kind of get up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So, you really don't understand that side of the game. So, as you get older, you're like, all right, I get it now. But most coaches just tell you what you did wrong, but you got to understand, that's too much negativity. Sometimes you need to praise your guys, to keep their morale up. That's that old masculine, old man type of shit. Real talk. You know, you see this generation don't respond well to that at all. And with them, you know, primarily being influenced and raised by women all the way through, a lot of the women, they'll shelter them from that. You know, they'll shelter them from that. You know, so but yeah, man, you love to hear that. You love to hear that. And he, you know, I've seen a couple comments throughout the season where he praised them. He said, you know, I feel it's important. He said he's a real one. He's my favorite head coach. I ain't gonna lie, I done played for. David said that's why I was out there trying to break my jaw for him. So there you go. There you go. You know, and it was a lot of questions when they hired this guy. But one of the things I kind of remember, he wanted the job. He wanted the job. He knew what it meant, and you know, for the most part, gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. So he got the respect of his team. That's what people don't really understand. There's multiple ways you can get respect. There's multiple ways you can get respect. There's multiple ways you can get respect. Somebody just like some people, you know, some people look to get respect through fear. But that's the number one thing about, you know, being a man. A lot of dudes willing to die over their respect. So when a man disrespects you, that's like that's the equivalent. Even if he don't call you a bitch, that's the equivalent of him calling you a bitch or a pussy. Them certain words you don't call another man. You got to be prepared to fight or be prepared to, you know, die in there. You got to be prepared to die in that month. When you disrespect another man, you literally have to be prepared to go in there, you know, and go to war. Real spill. So a lot of people need to understand that. So when you able to get respect like that in a positive manner, it ain't negative manner, you able to rule with an iron fist like that, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Hit the link tree. You literally can find me everywhere from X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.